Today, we're going to dive deep into just a single powerful verse from the ancient epic, the Bhagavad Gita. We're going to explore how one warrior's vision, right in the middle of a battlefield, reveals a conflict that, well, it still echoes today. Right at the heart of this entire story is this devastating paradox, isn't it? The call of duty pulling you one way, and the unbreakable bonds of your own family pulling you in the complete opposite direction. It really sets the stage for an impossible choice. Okay, so let's set the scene. We are on the epic battlefield of Kurukshetra. You can just imagine the air thick with tension. Armies are assembled, ready to go, and the fate of an entire kingdom is just hanging in the balance. And right in the eye of this storm is our protagonist, the mighty archer Arjuna. Now, this is a warrior of incredible skill, but the enemy he's facing now is unlike any other. It's not some foreign invader. It's his own blood, his own kin. So, at this critical moment, just before the first arrow was even fired, Arjuna asks his charioteer, who is Krishna, to place his chariot right there, in the middle of the two armies. He has to see. He needs to know exactly who he is about to fight. And what he witnesses, well, it's going to change everything for him. And this is the verse that is at the very core of our explainer today. It's Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 26. Tatrapashya sthitan parthaha piturnatha pitamahan acharyan matulan bhaturn putran potran sakhins thatha shvashuran suhridaschaiva senayor ubhayorapi. 26. Now, here's that same verse transliterated so you can follow along with the sounds. Every single word here carries such immense weight. It's like it's weaving this tapestry of relationships that's about to be torn apart by war. And now, the translation. Just take that in. The scale of his problem it's staggering. He doesn't see soldiers, He sees his entire life, every significant relationship he's ever had, all arrayed against him, ready for battle. So to truly get the depth of Arjuna's crisis, we have to look closer at the actual words, the specific relationships he sees. This is so much more than a list. It's like a catalog of his own heart. Look at this breakdown. It really shows you the sheer breadth of the bonds at stake. Pitran, fathers. Pitamahan, grandfathers. Acharyan, his revered teachers. Matulan, his mother's brothers. Every single term here signifies a unique and cherished connection, representing the past, the present, and the future of his entire family. And you have to remember, these weren't just abstract categories to Arjuna. No, these were individuals. They had names, they had faces. These were the people who had shaped his entire life. He sees his grandfathers, the great patriarch Bhishma, the grandsire of the whole dynasty, and Somadatta. These are the elders, the very pillars of his family, and they are now standing on the opposing side. Then he sees his acharyas, his teachers, men like Dronacharya, the man who taught him the art of archery itself, and Kripacharya. Can you just imagine having to raise your weapon against the very mentors who trained you to use it? He also sees his maternal uncles, Shalya and Sakuni, just more threads in this tangled web of family obligation. All of them now strained to the absolute breaking point. And then, perhaps the most painful of all, he sees his own brother, Duryodhana, the man who is the very cause of this war. And right there with him is his friend Ashwathama, who is the son of his own teacher. His most intimate connections have become the front lines of this terrible conflict. So you see, the vision spans generations, from his father's contemporaries like Bodhishrava, all the way down to his sons and grandsons. It includes his friends, his in-laws, and well-wishers like Kritavarma. This wasn't an army of strangers. It was basically a family reunion, staged for mutual destruction. This moment, frozen in time on this ancient battlefield, it really goes beyond its setting. It becomes a mirror for a timeless, deeply human conflict, one that, let's be honest, we all might face, even if our own battlefields look very, very different. So what's the real fight here? It's not between two armies. It's between duty and love. His duty as a kshatriya, a warrior, is telling him he must fight for justice. But his personal dharma, his love as a son, a grandson, a brother, it's screaming at him to lay down his arms. And this just shows you the impossible math of his situation. There is no winning here. Every single enemy he might strike down is someone he loves. Every strategic victory on the battlefield would be a completely irreparable personal tragedy. And so this ancient verse leaves us with a question that echoes right into our own lives. When your principles, or your job, or your responsibilities, when they place you in opposition to the people you care about most, what do you see when you look across that divide?